welcome back to my channel. If you are new here today, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, and for all my returning subscribers, welcome to another video by your ultimate fave who has ultimately lost her voice throughout the weekend. I think this is one of the reasons why I struggled to record and release for the past few days, is because this long weekend was kind of difficult. There was a lot of yelling and my voice is slowly kind of coming back, but you guys can hear that whole burnt Lanzy, you know, that whole smoky. It sounds good though. But anyway guys, welcome back to another one of my favorite videos. And you know what, it's so funny that I got so inspired because I am doing an ultimately new mukbang. I'm so excited because I've never done a mukbang like this before. But without rambling too much, let me just let you guys know what's going on. So I have been watching Nigerian food, like ASMR, I don't know, for the past 2 days, I think it was. So I've been seeing that a lot of American YouTubers have kind of been doing the whole trying Nigerian food challenge, but I've always kind of known about Nigerian food, but I've never really opted to try it because I heard that it's very, very spicy in general. But then I was on my Twitter the other day and I stumbled across another lady, I think her name is Dinma or Dimna, and she was eating, and I think she was eating pepper soup. So I was just like, why did it look so good? Why I want to try that? You know? So after I saw her video on Twitter, I obviously went onto YouTube and I obviously researched pepper soup ASMR, and I've basically been watching Egusi, just Nigerian food ASMR for the past, I think, 26 hours. So then I tweeted about it and I asked a couple of my friends to suggest some places that I could try and do the food, or like the ASMR for it, the mukbang. So one of my friends, Lindy Bugs, actually suggested a place called Kitchen Vibes, which is a restaurant that's situated in Morningside, as well as Kamubaloi, which is another one of my friends. They both recommended this particular place, and I obviously value their opinion. But one of the other reasons that I like this was because it's an actual restaurant. I know that with the last kind of mukbangs that I've done, these are all kind of startup catering companies or startup food companies, and therefore they don't have a standalone store. So I was really excited to find out that Kitchen Vibes is actually a restaurant that you guys can go to on a daily basis. So I was just like, this is going there. Oh, should I get a spoon? I'm gonna need a spoon for this. So you guys, as soon as I got a hold of them, I obviously went to their store and they were gracious enough to actually give me food, which I'm so grateful, guys. Please make sure to follow them on Instagram. It's Kitchen Vibes SA, if I'm not mistaken, but I have tagged them on my Instagram stories, so you guys should be able to find them. But yeah, I ordered, I think, 2 different types of soups or stews, but I think it's actually soups, and I ordered which I thought was the most popular because as far as people say, this is kind of like the popular food to eat. It's like in South African terms, the popular food to eat would be mukhodu, you know what I mean? And if anyone wants to know details on my hair and my bangle, chain, choker, I don't know, I'll definitely leave the details down below. So yeah guys, I don't want to ramble too much. I think this is definitely, I'm so hungry. Like, oh my god. So guys, I got 2 different types of soups, and this is the Egusi soup, and this one I think is the pepper soup. So and then I asked for some pounded yam because I saw that a lot of people would eat it with pounded yam. And then they also gave me something that looks like what us South Africans would associate it with as fat cakes, makwenya, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And I'm obviously going to tell you guys a story time, but before I do that, you guys know I have to eat my food, and I haven't had anything to eat all day waiting for this particular moment. So yeah guys, let me just obviously, you know, kind of So now guys, I used to go to Monash, and back when I was there were a lot of obviously foreign students, but a large quantity was from Nigeria, and we'd always smell in like Res 4, you'd smell like the students would be cooking and you'd be hungry. You wouldn't know what you're smelling, but it smelled really good. So I'm totally excited to try this, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see. I really try to make sure the angle would work. So guys, this is the Egusi stew. right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks so good. And this is the pounded yam. This one looks a bit more like a stew, actually. And as far as I know, the egusi it came with goat's meat. And then this would be the pepper soup, which came with assorted types of meat. And then the pounded yam, as far as I know, you're not actually supposed to chew it. You're supposed to swallow it. I don't think the texture is the same as pap, but I would like to think it is. I'm not entirely sure. I'm so excited to try it. It's actually unbelievable. So this is what the pounded yam looks like. Just touching it off the bat, it gives me the texture of what we call idombolo type of thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix my... This is exactly why I wore black, because I know that I'm clumsy. And guys, NB, someone was commenting about how I repeat myself and they feel like I drag the story. I'm just a naturally repetitive person because I'm super forgetful. So I don't actually repeat myself with the intent to drag out a story time. I repeat myself because I technically can forget what I said 10 minutes ago, literally. So if you find that that's uncomfortable for you, you're definitely welcome to check out other YouTubers. And yeah, thanks. Okay, I've also got my bev here. So I wanna just... Guys, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, kitchen vibes has definitely got my attention. Okay, I love trying out different types of food. I don't know why I didn't try out Nigerian food sooner, because I do have a lot of good Nigerian friends. And this story time is about how I almost became, you know, someone's wife, until he obviously asked them my best friend. But without rambling too much, so I think what we're supposed to do is basically wet our hands, which I've got my bowl right here. And, oh guys, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna start with the egusi because it's right in my face. Oh, do you guys want the first bite? There you go. Do you guys see it? Oh. Okay, so guys, as South Africans and anyone else who watches me, you guys know that goat's meat is obviously same texture as mohoru, but oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so the yam, it doesn't taste like, it's not a chewy texture. It's not as chewy as pap or a dombolo actually. Oh, this is what I've been missing out on. Is this egusi? Is this what I've been missing out on? Oh my god. Okay. This story is gonna be good because I'm hungry and I'm gonna be eating. This is gonna be a mukbang you guys are gonna be happy with. Okay, now I'm gonna try the pepper soup. The pepper soup has got a watery texture in comparison to the egusi soup. And I think it's obviously because it's a pepper soup. And it was a bit more expensive than the egusi. No, guys. No, man. No. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys what I definitely know I can taste in here is goat's meat and some type of other meat that I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna eat it. Ooh, and I like, so one of the things that I asked from them is not to make it as spicy as they normally do. And the chef, who's actually a female, Chef Uju, check her out. I'm gonna drop her details down below as well. She was like, no, I know you don't like spicy food, so I made it a bit mild, and it's the perfect amount of spice. Guys, I felt like the story time would go hand in hand with what I'm eating. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story of this guy. My sister says we didn't date, but in my mind we dated. If I drove to your house and had a gift for you, then we dated. Huh? I'm moaning too much, guys. Okay, fine. I'm gonna tell the story. Y'all can relax. You guys know that I was obviously in Monash, right? And Egusi, get in my to-me. Like, just get in. So I was in Monash since undergrad, which was like 2013, right? And when I was there, I was studying marketing and management. I mean, I'm still there, but when I was there back then, I was studying marketing and management. Another story is when I was there were a lot more foreign students than there are now. And that's because Monash recently changed from Monash, South Africa, which was associated with Australia, to IIE MSA, which is now under, I think, Varsity College or something like that. So back in my time, it was under the Australian campus, which kind of made it very Ivy League-y, you know what I mean? So a lot of foreign students would come from different parts of the world to come to study in Monash. And the nice thing about it was that you could obviously study in different campuses. So there's one in Australia, one in Malaysia, one in South Africa, one in Italy, one in wherever it is, and so forth. Egusi. What is this thing? It's just so good. So anyway, around the time that I was there were a lot of students from Nigeria. And you know, it's so funny. Oh, can I just put in a disclaimer? If there's anyone who's gonna say any comments about Nigerian people, Nigerian culture, anything that's remotely offensive or negative, I will block you off my channel for the rest of your life. Thank you. So I think before I went to university, we all had a warped idea of what we thought people from other parts of Africa were. So you know, the media tends to scare us. The media tends to put in negative connotations about people in other countries. And going to Monash really changed my perspective on everything. I don't want to lie about that. Going to Monash really opened my eyes and introduced me to amazing people. A lot of my good friends, or a lot of people whom I still have relationships with from Monash, are Nigerian. In second year, I became best friends with this girl. Okay, let me touch the pepper soup. I became best friends with this girl, and for the story, I'm gonna call her Maggie. Now, I met Maggie in first year, right? And then Maggie, I don't know if Maggie like had taken a break or had changed her course. We were in the same class together, but I went to second year and I think she redid first year and changed her course completely. So Maggie and I basically would hang out at school, but we were doing different courses, so we wouldn't see each other as often as we used to. But Maggie and I were like this. We were good friends when I was still dating Jerome. Obviously, Maggie knew everything that was going on in my life and stuff like that. So, like, even to the point where she knew when I broke up with Jerome. My story with Jerome, basically what happened was, you know when you outgrow someone, and not because you don't love them, but because there were so many obstacles keeping us apart, besides the infidelity and everything like that. There were so many obstacles that kept us apart, and our relationship just didn't work out. So I was single for some time. And whilst I was single at school, I met this guy, this Nigerian king. For story's sake, I'm gonna call him Richie. So the pepper soup meat is very chewy, but the pepper soup meat flavor, the flavor is so powerful. But I'm loving the Egusi. I'm loving the Egusi. David and I were in the same degree. We weren't doing the same thing, but we were in the same faculty. So a lot of the classes we would have together. I think normally when you get to the end of your degree where you guys split is when you guys are in third year, right? David was doing something within the business faculty, but he wasn't doing marketing. And I was doing marketing within the business faculty. So we bumped into each other in a lot of the classes. And David was different. Like, he wasn't the typical Niger boy, very loud, very bombastic, very no. He was quiet. He was what do you call them? What you call me? He was a scholar, naturally. He loved school. Right? Or so I thought. So fine. David and I would obviously bump into each other in these classes, and obviously we started talking. And I think he had his eye on me for a while. And I'm very like loud and talkative on campus, so a lot of people kind of knew me, and they knew me for that. And please don't be in the comments on some, no, we knew you because you had a big ass. No, y'all knew me because I was loud. Every time David would ask me out, or like David and I would have a conversation, it would start off very innocent, but then we'd end up going to chill out, we'd hang out together. And then one day, just out of the blue, he asked me like, hey, what are you doing after class? And I'm like, I don't know if he had taken my number. No, he hadn't taken my number at the time. And obviously now bear in mind that I would tell Maggie when I'd have these interactions with him, because Maggie and I knew who he was. Monash was pretty small at the time that we were still there. He would ask me like, hey, what are you doing after class? One day he asked me, what are you doing after class? And I was like, oh no, I was probably just gonna go hang out with Maggie. You see, this is the part where I don't understand. No, I don't know if he knew who Maggie was, making me unsure if he did this intentionally, but I'm gonna go with intentional because men can't be trusted. I'm gonna give you guys another piece because this, you don't want to miss this. Beautiful. So then he asked me, no, what are you doing after here? I'm like, no, I'm probably just gonna go hang out with a friend of mine called Maggie. He was like, no, can we grab lunch at Featherbrook? When Featherbrook still had stones and Mamas, and it still had, you know, it still had like the Vibing-yana. That's where all Monash kids used to hang out at the time. So he actually suggested Clearwater. And I was like, nah, I can't do Clearwater today. I can probably do Clearwater later in the week, but I can do Featherbrook. Okay. And also I didn't want to go to Clearwater with this nigga because I was like, I like you, but like, not enough to go on a date with you. Hey, rest. Fine. Brothers, we go out for lunch and the date goes fairly well. It wasn't a date. The coffee session goes really well, and that's where I kind of got to know him. Oh, I meant academic. He's an academic. And that's where I got to know him and kind of got to know more about him and how he's really not into like the limelight and, you know, the cool stuff. Because back in my time, I'm really not that old to be saying back in my time. In my time. Okay. When I was at Monash, a lot of the Nigerian guys would have these cool cars. C63. He was very like low-key. He just drove a normal car. I don't even know if he had a car at that time. I don't think he did. And his parents are like academics or like people in very high positions within there. So I was like, I like it a lot. And then the one thing that made me think, oh, okay, is when he said he's not Yoruba. Now, for those who don't know what Yoruba is, it's like a culture. It's the same as saying you're Sutu, you're Zulu, right? Yoruba is the Zulu of, you know, the cultures in Nigeria, but I think it's also one of the largest. So most people are Yoruba, and then the other ones I think are Igbo, and then he was another one, like a smaller yana one, because there's a lot of them in Nigeria. There's a lot. Alright, cool, no problem. So then whilst he's telling me this, now I'm falling in love because I'm thinking, oh, okay, baby, okay, I see you. You're someone I can take to my dad. I see it, and I want it. So then obviously the girl fell for the boy, and we went out on a few dates after that. And then I think we were reaching, it was towards the end of the year, because when I was still seeing David, that's when my ex came into the picture, and then I obviously had to cut David off. But by that time, I was okay with cutting him off. We were reaching the end of the year, and normally what happens is students will go home to obviously their respective countries, go see their parents, and prepare for the next school year. So with him, he told me, no, I'm not gonna go home. I'm actually going to stay around. I'm probably gonna go to Dubai. What that guy's like, he's even throwing in those little ones like, yo, maybe we should go together. I'm like, my dad has my passport. What am I gonna say? I'm going to Dubai with who? With who? David. It's like, yo, no, maybe we can go to Cape Town together. I'm like, that's not happening. I wondered why he didn't go home. Because he hadn't seen his family in a long minute, right? In a hot minute. And he would be like, Now his parents are like typical diplomats who are constantly moving country to country. Hence why I'm saying he comes from a family of academics and a family of like prestige people. So he explained it to me like, no, I'm not gonna go see them because they're gonna be in different parts of the world and yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, cool. No, I heard the chat. It was legit, because I even remember there was a point where he would even call his mother in front of me. So I felt like the main. I felt like a maidie. I felt like a girlfriend. I felt like you like me. So sharp guys. It's the end of the year now. Now he's like to me, okay, cool. He has my number by now. Now we've been texting. Yeah. Now we've been texting. He was a bit sketchy as far as I could remember, because he didn't remember things like my birthday and stuff like that. And I had told him, you know what I'm saying? And like, he had characteristics of, back then I wouldn't have known, but now I know when a man kickstarts you, when he's like, yeah, I can do this for you, but only if you're my girlfriend. Just do it for me. Just do it for me. Kitchen vibes. These are the vibes. So then one day he's like to me, alright, cool, no sweat. Because I told him, I was like, why don't I know any of your friends? Because the only friends I knew of his were from school. And then he was like, no, because my other friends, It was just stupid excuses, but I didn't really care because I liked him, but I didn't like him that much. And everything we did, I would tell Maggie that Maggie, this guy, and Maggie would be like, nah, throw his ass away then if that's the case. So one day he's like to me, listen, my sisters are coming and they're gonna be cooking. Please come through. I would like you to meet them. Which man introduces a girl to his sisters unless he thinks that girl is his girlfriend? This is why I say Kato doesn't know what she's talking about. He's like to me, no, come. I can't believe this. Please come meet my sisters. Let's all hang out. They're gonna be cooking jollof rice. He also knows, one of the reasons was he also wanted me to taste Nigerian food because I told him that I've never tried it before. And I feel like most Nigerians in Johannesburg buy it from a specific place in Midrand that they all know about, and I don't know it. So he would always go and he would always never take me. But also another reason is apparently the jollof rice is hot. So he invites me, I go, I stop by the bottle store. So I move from the south to FAVES. Dude, I'm like, I'm gonna go see my man's sisters. I'm gonna go see my sisters-in-law. They need to know that I'm the girl. And another thing was, I really did think he had a girlfriend who was in Nigeria, because there would always be this strange number that would call from Nigeria and he'd never answer it. And I'd be like, you David, you've got a wife at home. He's like, no. Do you think my mom would let me have a wife when I'm studying and doing this? I'm trying to better myself. My parents don't believe in that. My parents believe in you having an education. So I'm like, So when he said come meet my sisters, I definitely believed that he didn't have a girlfriend. Get there, before I get to his house, I go into the bottle store to go buy him a bottle of Remy. Because I asked my ex, what would you drink if you were a nigga? And he's like, no, I like Remy. So I went and bought Remy for him. I had told my ex, like, I'm buying something for a friend, and he was like, no, buy Remy. Okay. Then I go to David's house as the wife that I believe I am. I get there, the sisters are in the kitchen. It's nice, it's smelling so nice. You can see they're chopping the onions, like it's nice. It was like such a nice environment. When I walked inside, they were so nice to me. They were cooking jollof rice and they really welcomed me. And that's when I believed. That's when, wait, she believed. He lied because she believed, or something like that. They were really nice to me. They were saying nice things to me. Saying, she's so pretty. You know, they were cleansing me. And I felt like a Nubian queen. Then I needed to pee. As I'm trying to pee. So now, you know, in these apartment complexes, there's always a bathroom for like the whole house. And then there's a bathroom in the main bedroom. So me, I'm thinking because I'm the girlfriend, I'm going to go pee in his bedroom. And that day, I don't remember if I was on my PPs or what was going on, but I was determined to pee in his bedroom. But also, I think I just wanted to see what the hell was going on there. It was a naivety point of thing. It wasn't like I want to go see if there's another hand there. I opened the door. When I opened the door, hi man, it smells like a woman in here. It smells like a woman in here. So then he's like, what are you doing? Then he brings me out. And I'm like, no, why does it smell like a woman in here? He's like, no, my sisters are here. So I was like, oh yeah, maybe they washed in your bedroom while the other one washed in the other bedroom. Because there were two sisters who were there. And they were old. Like I looked at them, they looked like his older sisters. They looked like him. So it was not too far-fetched. And he's like, no, go pee in the main bedroom. Go pee in the other bathroom, it's fine. I'm like, no, I don't want to pee with the next bedroom. He's like, no. Alright, but wait now. So I was like, okay, fine. That fight comes to an end. We had a fight that day, I remember. Because I left early. I think it was about his phone. It wasn't about the toilet thing. But the toilet thing was like it was in my mind the whole time, like, you know? But every time he wanted like a kiss, he'd like come to the bedroom. But then, you know, I meant to go in the bathroom. Okay. Then, okay, that passes. Then we never worked out, right? We never worked out because I felt like he was all talk, no action. I felt like he was inconsistent. I felt like there were things he was hiding. So I just decided to pull back. Next school year starts. We're starting. Now I'm dating Drake because now I'm 21. It's the new year. You know, things are just popping. We popping. Then, hey guys, who told me? How did I find out? I don't fucking remember how I found out, right? I don't know if it was something I saw on Instagram. I don't know if it was me seeing her in his car, because when we came back to school, he was driving a Mercedes-Benz, a high-end Mercedes-Benz. So like, you know, top of the range. I just don't want to say which one because I'm gonna give it away. He was driving a high-end Mercedes-Benz, so I was like, oh, the boy is back and he's better. He's so much better, you know? Then I don't know if I saw him on campus and I asked him how he's doing and he gave me a hug and we were talking, whatever. And I don't know if I saw her name pop up because he puts his phone, he was very transparent. He would put his phone there and then it would go through. So me being me, I'm like, I don't know who told me or when I figured it out, when the pieces made sense, because I was 21. But then first I saw her name and I'm like, how? Maggie. And he's like, oh yeah, Maggie. Is she your friend? I'm like, you know damn well Maggie's my damn friend. You know damn well Maggie and I chilled on campus together. You know damn well Maggie and I were the bad booty bitches. Like, hello. And as far as I knew, Maggie was dating another guy who was friends with David. So I was like, what the hell's going on here? Look, I mean, I was touched, guys, because I was just like, okay, I know we didn't work out, but why are you asking? Are you really? Did you always want? What? And you know what? I was a bit crusty back in my time, so it makes total sense that he really didn't like me. But he was like, oh no, her and I, we just started talking and we just started, like, we're dating, we're going on dates, it's not too serious. Okay. And I left him, he's like, no, Naledi, you don't have a right to be upset. You went cold turkey on me. I'm like, I went cold turkey on you because you had cheating tendencies. Hello, bruh. Come in. So I let it go. Because in my mind, he said they're just talking. But then he was obviously shying love back by me on some, no, can we pick up where you left off? And obviously back in my time, I didn't understand that thing of talking stages where you get to talk to a lot of people. No. Talk to me or talk to somebody else, but don't talk to us both. Then I saw a picture of her in his car or her with one of his clothing or something. And I know she didn't tell me because I confronted her and I asked her how, and then but then I went up to her one day and I sent her a text and I was just like, dude, are you dating David? And it started with, no, I was gonna tell you. We initially started seeing each other and you asked me out on a date and we just got along. And I'm like, my David. I mean, I'm not touched, but my David? She's like, yo, no. It just, he told me that you guys were done. And he told me that you wouldn't have an issue. And I'm like, of course I don't have an issue. But I have an issue because why didn't you tell me as a friend? Why did you take his word for it? And she's like, no, she had a point though. She had a valid point. Our friendship kind of deteriorated because we were in different, obviously, faculties. So we didn't see each other as often anymore. And I started being very inconsistent as a friend. So she didn't tell me. They dated. She ended up dating my Nigerian king. And I had faith that him and we could work out. Because even our conversations, they were so, like, engaging. They were so, like, you can tell what I'm talking to a smart man. A man who has something in store for us. And then I found out later he did things for her. And I was just like, yo, guys, this guy didn't even give me, like, 2 rand for petrol. He just did nothing. But for her, he did a lot. So I assumed he never wanted me to begin with. Like, he was obviously using me to get to her. Which, honestly, I don't know. That's my theory for now. But I could be wrong. But I'm never wrong. That is the end of the story time. I'm so sorry that I didn't touch the fat cakes. But I'm going to put in the proper term for them. They do have a name for them. But, wow. The Egusi stew and the pepper soup are definitely the best thing I've tasted in a hot minute in terms of mukbang. Yep, they kick seafood boil out the water. And I like the fact that they are more accessible because they have an actual restaurant. If you like spicy, definitely check out their pepper soup. If you're someone who likes mukhodu, this is gonna be delicious for you. And if you're someone who likes beef stew, I would definitely recommend the Egusi. And you can have it with the goat's meat because I really like it with the goat's meat. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is the end of my video. I'm so sorry. I know you guys were obviously expecting a spicy story, but it actually wasn't as spicy as the title made it seem like it was. Thank you so much to Kitchen Vibes and sending me your absolutely delicious food. I am so full. I basically finished most of my pounded yam. I like it. It actually tastes better than a dombolo to me. Which dombolo is what? Steamed bread. It tastes better than steamed bread for me. I do feel like steamed bread can get a bit yeasty and floury. This is just perfectly, like, it's the perfect amount of, it's nice and it's not too chewy, but it's not too gooey. It's just dewy. Like, it does what it needs to do. Do you get what I'm saying? But that was so delicious. Thank you so much to Kitchen Vibes. And please follow them on Instagram. They're called Kitchen Vibes SA. Please do check out their restaurant. Go try their food. Let me know when you do try their food so that I can actually come and join you guys there, because I think I'm going to be spending a frequent amount of time there. You guys know me, when I start loving something, I become obsessed with it. And I am so obsessed with this, especially the pepper soup. Please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Please share the video. And until then, we are on our road to 70K. I think we're less than 500 away. So please do subscribe. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. And goodbye.